This is the Relic Radio Show, old-time radio entertainment still standing the test of time from relicradio.com. Welcome back to the Relic Radio Show. I've got another 60 minutes of radio drama for you this week, beginning with the Blue Beetle. We'll hear The Invisible Ghost, his story from May 29th, 1940. After that, it's The 0 Hour and Double Date to Destiny, their story from June 13th, 1974.
The Blue Beetle. Sweeping down upon the underworld to smash gangland comes the friend of the unfortunate, enemy of criminals. A mysterious, all-powerful character, a problem to the police, but a crusader for law. In reality, Dan Garrett, a rookie patrolman, loved by everyone but suspected by none of being the Blue Beetle. As the Blue Beetle, he hides behind a strange mask in a suit of impenetrable blue chain armor, flexible as silk but stronger than steel. Today's episode of the Blue Beetle is entitled The Invisible Ghost. Patrolman Dan Garrett, who in secret operates as the Blue Beetle, today matches brains and brawn with a cowardly, ruthless gang of crooked slot machine racketeers. Can he spike their plans to flood the city with crooked gambling devices? Will he be able to uncover the mysterious leader who directs their activities? What is behind their endeavor to install their machines at John Doerr's carnival? As our story opens, Patrolman Dan Garrett is visiting his old friend and advisor, Dr. Franz.
Danny, I've been studying up on slot machines.
Yeah? You find out anything interesting?
Well, I'm convinced that the difference between an honest machine and a dishonest or crooked machine is very slight. In fact, I'd say the difference was purely academic.
What do you mean, Doc?
Well, of course, you realize I'm referring now to nickel and dime or quarter in the slot machines, from which your return, if any, will be a handful of coins.
Yeah. That doesn't include vending machines for candy, chewing gum, cigarettes, etc.
Oh, no, of course not. I'm speaking about those machines where you put a coin in the slot, push down the lever, and pictures of fruits or birds or playing cards whirl around and stop in different combinations.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, if certain combinations come up, a certain number of coins will be returned to you. Sometimes as many as 30 may come out. That's called a jackpot.
Yeah, I know. I've seen some of the boys in the force play the machines in Charlie's cigar store.
And how often do they hit the jackpot?
I don't know. Not often, I'm sure.
Precisely. Those machines are fixed in advance to release a jackpot once every 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, yes, even every 100,000 times. In other words, if you were the only one playing the machine, you would have to put in 1,000 or more coins before you'd win the jackpot.
But a nickel apiece, that's $50.
$50 to win $2.
Why, there must be enormous profits in those machines.
Yes, there is. Now, let's suppose the machines these racketeers are trying to install are reasonably honest. Say, 1,000 to 1, which is average.
Yeah.
In a place like John Doerr's Carnival, each machine should average 2,000 players a day. Let's say 10 machines were installed throughout the area.
Well, that's conservative.
Yes, I know, but let's be conservative. 10 machines would get a play of 20,000 players a day, and the average amount spent on such machines is about 20 cents per person.
Well, that's 100,000 nickels at 1,000 to 1 ratio.
The machines would pay back 100 jackpots, or about $200.
Yes, but the intake would be $4,000.
Precisely. Intake $4,000, outgo $200. And crooked operators will go to any lengths to make profits like that. Just a minute, Dan. I'll see who it is, okay?
Hello, Doc. Is the pride of the police force here?
If you mean Patrolman Dan Garrett, he's waiting for you, Madigan.
Hello, Mike. Got the car outside?
Yep. Are you ready, Daddy?
Ready and waiting. So long, Doc. Those crooked slot machine operators are going to get a big surprise when they run up against Officer Manigan and Patrolman Dan Garrett. Come on, Manigan. Let's go.
Off on special assignment, sped Dan Garrett and Officer Manigan in the police car. What is their destination?
What will they find when they get there? Will it be a simple routine cleanup job, or will the Blue Beetle have to swing into action? Within 10 minutes, the police car bearing Dan Garrett and Mike Manigan is pulling up inside the gates of John Doerr's carnival.
Well, here we are at the carnival, Mike. Yeah, where do we head first? Well, let's look around a bit. Okay, Danny.
Knock down the Cupid down with a baseball. Giant, you're on, big boy. Maybe you should be with the Giants. Come on here, step right up.
I used to play baseball with the Brooklyn Sandlotters. Why don't you try your hand at that baseball game? I think I will. Maybe I can win a Cupid doll for my youngster.
Step right up here. Come on, step right up. Yes, right here, you are. Great baseball for a Giant.
Give me 3 of them bars. I'll show you what real pitching is.
Sure thing, Lieutenant. Here you are. 1, 2, 3. That'll be a Giant. Thanks, Lieutenant.
Careful of your arm, Lieutenant Manigan. Remember, you're an old man now. Oh, yeah? Now cut out the kidding and watch this. Hey, better look out, fella. My pal here's cross-eyed.
Okay, better. I'll stand over here.
Oh, 1. No, that was just practice. Now watch this one. Oh, 2. Nice going, Manigan. The sun was in the eyes. But watch this one.
Hey, are you good, Chippy Dog?
Boy, are you good, Manigan. You hit the proprietor right in the old conch. You sure know your Chippy Dog. What was that, Manigan? Hey, look, over there. There's a crowd around that tent. Come on, looks like trouble. That door's open. What's happened? The tent fell down inside Door's tent.
Hey, anybody hurt?
Come on, get back, everybody, get back. Hold the conch, Mike. I'll have a look inside, will you?
Okay, Danny. All right, get back, all of you. Make room here. Come on, make room here. Get back, all of you.
What happened, Dora? Are you all right?
Why, I guess so. A tent pole fell on me as I was sitting at my desk here.
Wait a minute. I'll have Manigan call a doctor. You may be seriously injured.
No, don't call a doctor. I'll be all right in a minute.
Here, I'll get you some water from the cooler.
Oh, thanks.
What caused the pole to fall?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe one of the ropes holding it up rotted through and broke.
Or was cut?
Here, drink this.
Thanks. Oh, that's good. I feel better now.
Have those crooked slot machine racketeers been working on you?
Slot machine racketeers? Oh, no, I'm sure they had nothing to do with this.
Have any of them been out to talk with you recently?
Well, yeah.
When?
Last night.
Any trouble?
Well, we had a few words. They wanted me to put some of their machines in.
And you refused?
Yes.
Did they threaten you?
Oh, in a general sort of way. But you know how thugs and underworld scum are. They talk big, but most of them it's bluff.
Yes, I know, but sometimes...
Hello, Danny. Oh, hello, Mr. Dawes.
Oh, hello, Manigan.
What happened?
I'll tell you, going back in the police car.
Okay, Danny.
Mr. Dorr, you better have a couple of your men you can trust act as a bodyguard till I can get some men from the police department assigned to you. In the meantime, we're going to track down this gang of crooks and put them where they can do no more harm. Come on, Manigan. Back to headquarters.
At police headquarters, Commissioner Donnelly, upon hearing Dan's story, ordered full speed ahead in a drive to round up the crooked slot machine racketeers. Late that night, Dan Garrett is in secret conference with Dr. Franz at his little apothecary shop.
You know, I've got a hunch, Doc, that there's going to be something doing out at the carnival tonight after the crowd has gone home.
And I suppose the Blue Beetle will be buzzing around out there.
Right. And probably nipping, too.
Look out he doesn't get nipped himself.
No, not a chance. At least not permanently. Not with this Blue Beetle costume and mask. This Blue Beetle chain armor has saved my life many times. As long as I'm on the alert, nobody can overcome the Blue Beetle.
I hope you'll always be on the alert, Danny. I'd hate to lose you.
Oh, you've been a swell friend, Doc. I owe my life to you. And this chain armor you made me.
I'm working on something else that will be a great help to you, I believe, in your crusade against crime.
What's that, Doc?
A fluid that painted on your body or your suit of armor will make you practically invisible.
Hey, have you got any of it here?
Yes, but it isn't perfected yet.
What's it like?
Well, you know that every object we can see has some color to it.
Yeah.
And as long as that color is in the color spectrum, the human eye can see the object.
Yes.
But if the object is some shade outside the color spectrum, it is invisible to the human eye.
Oh, I see. And this liquid you're working on...
Outside that color band.
Then if I painted myself with this liquid, I'd be invisible.
Yes, temporarily.
What do you mean?
Well, I've got to find a fixer. Something to add to the formula which will preserve the invisible qualities of the fluid longer.
At present, it oxidizes too quickly and becomes visible to the human eye within a few minutes. Here's some of it here in this jar.
Say, that's very interesting. Well, if you had it perfected, I could use it on this...
Quiet. There's someone out in the front of the shop. You stay here, and I'll see who it is.
Hello in there. Is anybody home?
Coming. Oh, hello, Officer Manigan. And what brings you here at this hour?
Oh, I was passing by and just thought I'd drop in. Is Danny here?
No, Danny's not here.
Well, then I think I'll wait a bit if you don't mind, Doc. Maybe he'll turn up.
Well, I hardly think you'll find Don Garrett here tonight, Manigan.
By the way, have you seen the Blue Beetle around?
The Blue Beetle? You mean the fantastic character who's always outwitting the police?
He won't outwit them forever. Someday I'm going to catch up with that baby, and when I do...
If you'll excuse me, I have...
By the way, Doc, some neighbors of yours was telling me they've seen the Blue Beetle in this neighborhood late at night.
What?
Would you be knowing anything about that?
Well, I rarely go out at night. I spend most of my time in my laboratory.
Is that it back there, that room?
Yes.
I never saw one of them things. You mind if I take a look around?
Well, I'd rather you see, I'm making some experiments.
I won't touch anything, Doc. I just want to look.
What is it? What do you see?
So, that's a laboratory. What a place.
Yes, that's the laboratory.
Must be great to have brains like you, Doc. Well, so long, I've got to be going. Tell Danny I was in.
Yes, I will, Manigan. Good night, and keep your eyes open for the Blue Beetle. Danny, where are you?
Right beside you.
What?
Yes, when I heard Manigan outside, I quickly coated myself with your new formula. When he looked into the laboratory, I was standing right in front of him.
Well, that certainly was a great test. But the effects are beginning to wear off. I can see a slight tinge of the Blue Beetle armor shining through.
Hey, Doc, I've got to be on my way. I'd like to take some of this liquid along with me and use it tonight.
All right, Danny, all right. But be careful. Remember, the effects fade away quickly.
Thanks, Doc. Say, those racketeers will get the surprise of their lives when they hear the Blue Beetle but can't see him.
You'd better hurry, Danny. It's about closing time for the carnival.
Yeah.
The Blue Beetle will have to really ride the night wind tonight.
What will the Blue Beetle do over at John Doerr's carnival? Will he run head-on into a band of slot machine crooks? Can he again make himself invisible with Dr. Fran's magic formula? On through the night speeds the Blue Beetle in his fast motor car. As he nears the carnival, he parks his car in a hidden spot and approaches John Doerr's tent on foot.
So you won't sign up, eh?
No, not for any crooked schemes like yours.
Okay, it's your funeral, Doerr. Work on him, Frenchie. How about it, Doerr?
The answer is still no.
Give it to him again, Frenchie. So you won't sign, eh? Well, here's some more of the same.
The Blue Beetle. Yes, the Blue Beetle.
Oh, there is no Blue Beetle here. It's a trick. Doerr's got a phonograph planted someplace.
That's so. Well, here's something planted, and it wasn't a phonograph.
No. Hey, Frenchie, what is it?
Me, I do not know. I see nothing. Well, maybe you can see stars.
Come on, let's get out of here before I go up me nuts. I can't fight ghosts.
Wait a minute. Let me help you on your way with my foot. Now get going, both of you. And if the Blue Beetle ever sees you again, I'll blast you wide open.
Come on, Frenchie. We gotta tell the boss about this.
Are you all right, Dora?
I don't know. I can't see you. Am I blind?
No, Dora, you're not blind. Do as I tell you. Phone police headquarters and report what just happened.
All right. I will do.
And don't worry. The Blue Beetle's on the job. I'm going to trail those men. Maybe they'll lead me to their hangout. Now get going. The Blue Beetle's got a lot of nipping to do.
Will the Blue Beetle catch up to the thugs who are beating John Doerr? What about the invisible paint? Will it wear off before the Blue Beetle reaches his destination? What will he find when he gets there? Out of the carnival grounds dashed the Blue Beetle, just in time to see the two thugs drive off in a long sedan. Jumping into his own car, the Blue Beetle gave chase until out on the river road.
Those thugs are taking the road that leads to the old haunted house. That must be the headquarters. I'll have to take a chance. My invisible paint is wearing off. I'll force them off the road, and they'll have to stop. All right, you Bud. Hop out and make it snappy.
It's the Blue Beetle.
Oh, I can see him now.
Come on, let's get him.
Each time we know if I go. Come on, me hearties. I'll take you both at once. That's for Old Man Door. And that's for law and order.
Step over, Frenchie. Step over.
Oh, no, you won't, Frenchie. That'll take care of you.
Put up your hands, Blue Beetle, or I'll drill you so help.
Not tonight, you won't. Here's a face full of knuckles for you.
Oh.
Well, he's done for a while. Let's see. I'd better not use my invisible paint. I may need the little that's left to use later. How can I get into that house up there? I think I'll just take one of these thugs over here and...
What are the Blue Beetle's plans? Is the haunted house the headquarters of the crooked slot machine racketeers? Let's look in on this weird and mysterious-looking place.
Look through the peephole and see who that is, Snag.
Okay. It's Croker and Frenchie.
All right, raise the arm panel and admit them.
Okay. Hello, Chief. Me and Frenchie's back.
Yeah, so I see. What have you to report?
Well, Frenchie and me, we went to see Old Man Door like you told us, and we gave him the works. But he wouldn't sign up for the machines.
Did you tell him the Duke sent you?
Sure, boss.
Why didn't you use further persuasion?
We was just going to, and suddenly there was a funny humming sound and a crackle.
Go on.
Well, from out of the air, a voice what said he was the Blue Beetle told us to lay off the old man.
Was it dark?
No, it was light enough, but we couldn't see nobody but the old man.
Go on. Then what happened?
The Blue Beetle started slapping us around.
Ah, ridiculous. You must have been drunk.
On me word, Chief. We were sober as a judge. Am I right, Frenchie?
Oui, it is as you say.
Huh? What's the matter, Frenchie? Why don't you raise your head?
Oh, my neck, she is hurt. The Blue Beetle, he hit me hard.
Yeah. Like I said, Chief, when we couldn't see no one to fight, we beat it out of there. But the Blue Beetle followed us in his car, and just down the road here, he forced us over to the side, and we had to stop. Then he rushed us, and before we could plug him, he conked us both on a bean, and we passed out. When I come to, I was in the car, and Frenchie here was driving.
And the Blue Beetle?
He had disappeared.
A likely story, Croker. Suppose you step aside. I want to talk to Frenchie.
He'll tell you the same story. Gee, boss, we got to be ready. The Blue Beetle may be here any minute.
Yeah, the Blue Beetle is here.
What do you mean?
Frenchie, take off that hat and coat.
Gee, the Blue Beetle himself disguised as Frenchie.
Yes, the Blue Beetle, and he is going
Very
to...
well, Blue Beetle. I've got you covered.
Put away that gun. You can't injure the Blue Beetle.
The Blue Beetle seems fond of appearing and disappearing.
Every time he does appear, another bunch of rats are brought to justice.
I'm happy at last to have met the Blue Beetle face to face. But I regret that the meeting must be so brief. I have seen you. I wish to see you no more, so... Down you go, Blue Beetle, through the trapdoor into my subterranean sewer. You'd like to chase rats, as you call them. Well, you can get your stomach full of them down there. Maybe they'll turn the tables and chase you, Mr. Blue Beetle. Hey.
Yeah?
You and Croker close the trapdoor.
Sure, boss. Yeah, sure. Anything you say, boss.
Now, listen to me. You'd better get this straight with no bungling if you don't want to join the Blue Beetle.
Not me, boss. It was Frenchie's fault the other time. He didn't slug the old man hard enough before the Blue Beetle showed up.
I don't want any excuses. I want results this time.
Yes, boss.
You go and see John Doe again. Tell him there's $1,000 a week in it for him if he signs up with us. If he refuses again, tell him the Blue Beetle's dead. Offer to prove it to him by bringing him here. Go easy on him this time. But either get his signature to a contract to install our slot machines at the carnival or bring him out here. Have you got that straight?
Sure, boss.
You better have. Now, one thing more. If you don't come back with Door's signature or with Door himself, you'll be pushing up daisies when spring comes round
Hey,
again.
listen, boss. That's the cop. Yeah. How did they find out?
You stupid fool. You must have left a trail a mile wide.
No, boss. Nobody saw us but the Blue Beetle.
You hide, Croker. Behind that screen over there. They've got nothing on me. I'll meet them. Snag. You stand by.
Okay, boss.
Open up the name of the law.
Snag. Raise that iron panel.
Yeah, sure. All right, boys. You got your guns? Here we go. Come on.
Good evening, gentlemen. Calling rather late, aren't you?
The law's on the job 24 hours a day.
That's admirable. Something wrong?
Yes, you.
Me? What have I done?
Your thugs have tried to kill an old man, and you were trying to install your crooked slot machines at the carnival.
I assure you, you've made a mistake, Sergeant.
I ain't, Sergeant. It's plain Officer Mannigan, and we ain't made no mistake. The Blue Beetle phoned us 10 minutes ago.
Now I know you're mistaken, Officer Mannigan. The Blue Beetle couldn't have phoned you.
Yes, the Blue Beetle.
It must be a ghost. The Blue Beetle.
No, not dead. Just invisible.
No, it can't be. I saw him drop down that...
Oh, well, what's that you're trying to
He's
say?
trying to tell you, Mannigan, that he saw me drop to my death through that trapdoor you're standing on.
Holy Moses, I never noticed it. Let's get off quick. Hey, where are you, Blue Beetle?
I'm here, there, everywhere a criminal tries to hide.
Let me out of here. Let me out of
Not
here.
till you confess to this crime.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, confess, you crook, or I'll choke it out of you.
No. Take me away from here. Take me to police headquarters. I'll confess. Only don't let the Blue Beetle's ghost get me.
All right, boys, put the handcuffs on. All right, Mannigan. Very good work, Blue Beetle, wherever you are, and thanks. But don't forget, someday I'm going to catch up with you. And when I do, I'm going to run you in just on general principles.
That's okay with me, Mannigan. But remember, you first got to catch me. So long, Mannigan. Give my regards to the commissioner.
And so the Blue Beetle broke up another racket that was preying on unsuspecting amusement seekers. What happened when he fell through the trap door? How did he escape from his living tomb? Let's look in on Dr. Fran's little apothecary shop, where Patrolman Dan Garrett is relaxing after a strenuous night.
Oh, Danny boy, you sure have luck, don't I? You know, when I felt myself falling, I twisted myself so I landed on my feet. The twist must have thrown me to one side, so that instead of landing on the concrete floor, I landed in a fairly deep stream of water that flows under the cellars of that haunted house.
Remarkable.
Wasn't it? What did you do then? Well, I let myself be carried along by the stream, keeping my head above water whenever I could.
And how far did it carry you?
Oh, about 500 feet underground. When I came up in the open, I quickly covered myself with your invisible paint, rushed back to the house, and entered with the police.
Excuse me a minute. Someone's out front in the store.
Oh, hello, Doc. I want some quinine. My youngster's got a touch of the flu.
Dear, I'm sorry to hear that. Just a minute. Here you are. That will be 10 cents.
Mm-hmm. Here's a quarter. Say, did you hear? That mysterious killer on horseback has killed another cop.
Another one? That makes the 6th in as many days. Oh, here's your change.
Thanks. Yep. Strange the police can't seem to do nothing about it.
Well, here's one policeman that's going to do something about it, and right now.
Oh, so it's Patrolman Dan Garrett,
Yes. So long, Doc. If Mannigan calls, I'm over at police headquarters.
What is this new scourge that has struck the city? 6 policemen shot in 1 week by a mysterious horseman. Undoubtedly a strange, deadly maniac. Will Dan Garrett run him to earth? Or will it take the Blue Beetle to avenge these deaths? These questions will be answered in the next episode of The Blue Beetle. And now, here's the Blue Beetle to say a few words.
The moral of this story is that courage will often win against any and all odds. If you are right, stick to your guns through thick and thin. You'll come through somehow. All of the real leaders of our day in every human endeavor have courage. Call it nerve, bravery, whatever you will. But acquire it if you haven't already got it. And hold on to it. for it's very, very precious. This country we live in was built on courage.
The Blue Beetle is a copyrighted Fox feature appearing in Mystery Men Comics magazine and the Blue Beetle magazine, on sale at your newsstand. The Blue Beetle is on the air twice a week on this same station. Consult the broadcast schedule in your local newspapers. And don't forget to listen in to the Blue Beetle.
I'm Rod Sterling. You're listening to the 0 Hour. Rest your eyes. Exercise your imagination. Today, Keith Walker's chilling story of assassination. Double-date destiny. Starring Lita Weber. In the Mutual Broadcasting System presentation of the 0 Hour.
Brought to you by the Ford Motor Company, also by Sign-Off, Tablets and Spray, Beechman Chewing Tobacco, and International Harvester.
This is Hugh Downs with another car buyer's report from Ford. Comparing the total cost of ownership is the only way to be sure you get your money's worth when buying a new car. And Ford says there are 3 important considerations that make up the total cost of ownership: purchase price, operating economy, and trade-in value. Don't overlook that last one, trade-in value. I'd like to give you some interesting facts about trade-in that are difficult for the average consumer to come by. Like the fact that based on a national average of NADA wholesale prices, both the 1973 Torino and the 1973 Gran Torino returned more of their original purchase price than their closest sales competition. The facts speak for themselves. A solid, well-made car will generally return more at trade-in. Ford says that's one of the reasons why Torino is the best-selling car in its class.
The closer you look, the better we look.
The political assassination is an age-old tool used by the forces of evil to gain the upper hand in all forms of government. But nowhere in history has the art been refined with such Machiavellian care as in the modern democracies. The story you're about to participate in has its roots only in the educated speculation of the writer. Still, it is possible.
Here they come, Mrs. Hughes.
Hello, I'm Congresswoman Hughes, and I'm running for senator. Good morning.
Good morning, Senator.
Good morning, I'm Kate Hughes. I'd like to shake your hand, man.
Glad to meet you, ma'am. You got my vote.
Oh, listen, thank you. Good morning, I'm running for senator.
Hey, hi, Congressman. I like the noise you've been making in the Capitol. Watch out for that one, Kate.
Yeah, right. Hi, I'm Kate Hughes. I'm running...
Out of my way. Ain't no broad telling me what to do.
Thank you. I am sure Senator Waller, my distinguished colleague sharing the platform, would agree with all of us that there is much to be done in the areas of welfare and conservation. And with your vote... I promise you that if you elect me, I will make it my business to trim the fat from the proposed $85 billion defense budget.
Congresswoman Kate Hughes commenting on the recent economic report that the Pentagon will be ordered to trim almost $11 billion in waste from its new budget. Winding up a strenuous schedule of speeches, the Congresswoman leaned heavily on the budget wherever she spoke, promising to go after the sacred cows of military spending. In other news around the world, today saw another...
Did you see the latest polls, Randolph?
Dribble.
I don't know why anybody would listen to a freshman congresswoman. Plus, she's already putting out rumors the presidency's next.
Well, someone is listening. What about Senator Waller?
You know as well as I do the party won't dump the old duffer. Something will just have to be done to help his campaign along.
Does that mean you want me to do something?
Not directly. But why don't you see if you can't hire a busload of scruffy hippies to follow the dame around? That always turns the old folks off.
All right. Also, a little equipment trouble might be warranted.
Yes, anything you can think of. But be discreet, Roger.
Oh, I will, Mr. Mallory. You can count on me.
No
one will know.
Not too late for Kate. Not too late for Kate. Not too late for Kate. Not too late for Kate.
It looks like this microphone belongs to the opposition. Listen, I know you've heard this before, but I am grateful to you all. I could not have done it without your loyalty. We've addressed ourselves to the issues, and we've called for change in our system. Change that must come now. Thank you. You all deserve a good night's rest. Tomorrow we'll tell the tale. Just remember all the people who have come to us asking why. Why must Social Security be so small? Why inflation? Why must we fight wars of attrition in other lands? Why can't these problems be corrected? I think we can find solutions. To borrow from a great American, I say, why not?
Get some rest, Kate. You deserve it more than anyone.
I couldn't have got through the campaign without you.
Come on. I'll see you to the car.
Kate! Doc! Are you okay?
Yeah, take off, Kate.
I can't leave you.
Go! I'm going to chase him. Now where? Come out of there.
Don't come any closer. I'll shoot.
No, you don't.
This is Robert Morton with late news. In just a few hours, the polls will close, and this key race for the Senate will be decided. In a way, it was almost decided last night when an attempt was made to assassinate Kate Hughes. Only the quick thinking of a campaign aide, Baxter Madden, saved the Congresswoman's life. Madden was slightly wounded in a struggle with the killer, and the man was able to make good his escape before the police could arrive. More news after this word.
There's something going on at your local International dealer. Right now, when you buy the other pickup from International, you get four...
Hold it. What's this, the other pickup from International? What's that?
Well, there are two pickups out there that outsell everybody else. You know who they are.
Go ahead.
Well, we're the other pickup. The one with the wider track, lower center of gravity, the one with great handling and stability. The other pickup from International.
Okay.
All right now, should I?
Go ahead.
Until July 20th, you get 4 Firestone gas-saving steel-belted radial tires when you buy a new International pickup at participating dealers.
The other pickup.
Right.
Go ahead.
You get these gas-saving radials at no extra cost on most models, and they're worth $290 suggested retail price.
No extra cost?
Right. Go ahead, I know. And you get a free tire gauge just for coming in. And correctly inflated tires help you get better mileage. So stop at your local International...
Hold it.
No.
Are you telling me that all I have to do is stop at my local International dealer and he'll give me a tire gauge free? There's nothing to buy?
That's right.
I'll buy that.
Go ahead.
Too bad about last night.
Yes, I'm inclined to agree. It made things much simpler if that crackpot had gotten her.
Your drink.
Thank you. Do you have time, sir? I know you've guessed.
The gentleman can wait. You didn't have anything to do with that, did you?
No.
All right. What have you accomplished?
2 things. First, she has teams out hanging sample ballots on doorknobs. We have teams following and switching them for ours. Secondly, we've arranged a little surprise at their main campaign headquarters.
Fire! Fire! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Here's a bulletin just handed me. Fire struck the main campaign headquarters of Congresswoman Hughes just minutes ago. No one was hurt, although about 50 people were telephoning to get out those last-minute voters. A spokesman for the fire department...
I'm glad to see you. How does it look?
Kate, you shouldn't have that long face.
I can't help it. This campaign has been plagued with trouble.
Well, it certainly seems to help with the votes.
The precincts are reporting good numbers for you throughout the state.
Well, that sounds hopeful. What do you think?
I think we should start calling you Senator. Madden. Right. Okay, good. Get everybody assembled and make sure the press have their cameras set up. We'll be right down. Okay. Everybody hold it down. May I present Senator-elect Kathleen Hughes?
Thank you. Your applause is heartwarming, and I am grateful. But I remind you, it is not I who won tonight. It is we who have won. My votes alone. The votes represent people, and the people want change.
New views with Senator Hughes. New views with Senator Hughes. New views with Senator Hughes.
See if we can't bring some of that new frontierism back to this country.
Roger, turn the stupid female off.
If the reported vote count is accurate, I think we have big trouble.
Bigger trouble in 2 years when they get to the convention.
I think you should read this report.
I read it. Can we be sure of the content?
Absolutely. Our man has been on our payroll for the last 3 years.
It's clever, I'll admit that. Still, how can we be sure that he can manipulate the crackpot?
Oh, our man has a lot of political savvy. If he says he can do it, he can do it.
All right. Call him and arrange it.
Major auto manufacturers begin requesting relaxation.
Who's there? I said, who's out there?
What's this? Who left this envelope? P.S. Kristen. Now, who would know my name? Well. Little drawing of just where the senator will be exiting that fancy town hall. How nice.
Reception follows her speech at the town hall. We'll be back with more on the local scene after these messages.
I want that sinus medicine.
Headache tablets?
No, sinus medicine. Sinus tablets. Helps the headache and the pressure.
Oh, you mean sign-off.
Exactly.
Headache pain is one thing. A sinus headache is something else. Sometimes your whole face can seem to throb with pain. You want relief. Take Sign-Off tablets. SINEOFF, the sinus medicine that gives you a full dose of pure aspirin, plus a sinus drainer. Sign-Off, the sinus medicine that helps relieve sinus pain while you drain. And Sign-Off doesn't stop there. Have you tried Sign-Off Sinus Spray, the fastest known form of sinus congestion relief? It works in seconds. That's Sign-Off Sinus Spray. When sinus flares up, use Sign-Off tablets and spray only as directed.
SINEOFF.
Sign-Off.
Exactly.
Sign-Off, the sinus medicines in the bright red box.
There have been a lot of rumors about you and the presidency. Would you care to comment?
Well, there are always a lot of rumors, sir.
I see. Well, last question, Senator. The attempt on your life the other night, have there been any further threats?
Oh, none, except for a few crank letters.
Thank you. You've been listening to Senator-elect Kathleen Hughes.
From a shy little girl to one that handles commentators like they were silly putty.
Dad, you always were a big flatterer.
What about those crank letters? Anything to them?
Well, Bax didn't think so. Besides, there weren't that many. Maybe half a dozen out of the 8,000 that have come in so far.
Well, this country gets crazier all the time.
Dad, maybe we have driven them crazy. Between crooked government, 50% taxes for the middle class, energy shortage.
Okay, I get the point. That's why I voted for you. But I'll tell you one thing. I can't understand why some think assassination will change history.
Oh, some figure it did in 1963, Dad.
Yes, maybe so. Well, it's time I was leaving. What's your schedule for tonight?
A short speech and a reception with the ladies for voter privilege, and that's about it.
Good. I'm flying to New York, but I'll look forward to seeing you when I get to Washington.
Oh, me too. Give my love to Mom and tell her not to leave. You can count on me to hold your trust. It's been said that if women ran the world, there'd be no war. Well, we haven't had the chance to prove that yet, but we do have the responsibility to join the men in trying to keep the peace all over this world. The phrase, balance of power, now belongs to us as well. We will maintain that balance. Thank Thank you.
Senator, this way. I've got the car waiting. We can just make your plane if we hurry.
Oh, thanks. Looks like we have a mandate, at least from this side of the fence.
I'll agree.
Oh.
Excuse us.
Good night.
Excuse me.
Thank you.
Terrific speech,
Oh,
Senator.
thank you. Thank you.
For sure, Senator.
Oh.
Heartbreaker! I kill you in the name of the people! Look out! A gun!
T.S. Kirsten is now in custody for the alleged attempt on Senator Hughes' life. Reports from Memorial Hospital indicate that the 6-hour operation on the senator was a success. However, her condition remains grave. Doctors still hold out hope that the senator will regain consciousness.
I think we have
We will
some reason
continue to bring you
pleased,
updates
Roger.
as they occur.
I agree, sir, although she's still hanging on.
I wouldn't think for very long, despite the reports. However, to protect our flank, I trust you've made certain contingency plans. That is, with regard to our man inside.
Oh, absolutely. Kirsten, of course, knows nothing, but arrangements have been tentatively set up for that man. That is, if the congresswoman lives.
Katie? Katie, it's Dad. Can you hear me?
Dad? I can't.
Easy, easy, honey. Just lie still.
Oh, what happened?
Well, I'm sorry to say someone took a shot at you.
Dad, no. Not someone. Two people.
What?
I can't remember who, but I know there was someone behind me.
Kate? Kate? Behind you?
Sir, I think she's unconscious again.
You heard, Lieutenant?
I did. I think I'd better make some calls.
This is Robert Morton. Tonight, a series of startling new developments in the attempted assassination of Senator Hughes. Unofficial sources report that for a brief moment, the senator regained consciousness long enough to tell her father, the Honorable Judge Hughes, that 2 people were involved in the shooting. Stay tuned for all the late-breaking developments.
Mr. Mallory?
Roger, the unforeseen has happened. I think you'd better institute those arrangements.
Listen, you crumb. You don't deserve an even break. But unless you're stupid, you better get it through your skull. You're staring a death sentence in the face if she dies. Now, how did you find out she was leaving the reception through the rear? Come on.
Lieutenant, this just came in.
Thanks. Listen, Kirsten, I just got a note.
So?
It says Baxter Madden was killed tonight. That name mean anything to you?
Why should it?
Because Madden was one of Senator Hughes' advisors.
And?
Kirsten, for God's sakes, Madden's death wasn't an accident. That means that somebody deliberately killed him. And it wasn't you. Now, what does that suggest?
I got a note on my door when I got home the other night.
What did it say?
Just a broad schedule and a little drawing of the reception hall and the rear exit. Madden. Could he have been with her the night I took a shot the first time?
One and the same.
Well, I'll be.
Probably. Why?
Because, you dumb pig. Madden fought me that night. He tore my pocket and got my wallet. He was the only one who knew me.
This is Robert Morton, and tonight's news is good news. The latest medical bulletin on Senator Hughes reports her condition greatly improved. The doctors all predict rapid recovery. Also in the case, the police aren't talking officially, but unofficial sources say that maybe the attempt on the senator's life was part of a conspiracy.
Yes? Police. Is Mr. Mallory at home?
Kate, you shouldn't be sitting up like that.
Oh, you can't keep a United States Senator down there.
Have you heard the news?
Yes. I couldn't believe it. Back's working for the opposition all those years.
And it's good he kept records, or the police would never have gotten Malin Roger Elmore.
Yes, I suppose. Still, it's Machiavellian, isn't it? Back shooting me at the same time as the assassin. All the attention would be focused on the gunman, and he figured that.
Yes. Who would think to look the other way?
The mind teach a man what he can't when he can. And no mind makes exceptions for you. You learn to stay on your guard, looking out for your part. You learn boots nuts that'll back of you, Jew. Like my daddy told, when you go at the cold, you're not down there to take in the view. You keep respect for the mind, concentrate all the time. Of course, beach nuts to the back of you, Jew. Beach nut's such a traditional favorite. It's cause beach nut just keeps on getting better. It's a moister, more satisfying chew. Next time you're buying chewing tobacco, try beech nut. You won't be disappointed. Then when your shift's done, you come back to the sun. You and the boys hoist a few. It ain't such a bad life. She ain't such a bad wife. You got your beech nut tobacco to chew.
I'm Rod Serling. Close your eyes. Exercise your imagination. And join us again on our next presentation of The 0 Hour.
Double Date to Destiny is an original radio drama by Keith Walker. Lee Merriweather was heard as Pete Hughes. Featured in the cast were Johnny Gunn, Porter, Byron Kane, Jim Bolden, and Jock Bendel. 0 Hour, created by J.M. Collis, directed by Don Hills, is produced in Hollywood. Mutual Broadcasting System by Radio Productions Incorporated. Music is composed and conducted by Stanley D. Hoffman. Rochelle Sherman, associate producer. This has been a presentation of the Mutual Broadcasting System.
That's the show for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. You can find more from the Blue Beetle, the 0 Hour, past episodes of the Relic Radio Show, and thousands of other old-time radio shows at relicradio.com. Our Shoutcast stream is up and running there as well. And, as always, if you'd like to help support this and all of the shows, visit donate.relicradio.com or click on the donate link on the website. Your support is the only way this show keeps coming to you every week. Thanks to those who have helped out. Thanks for joining me today. Talk to you again next Tuesday with another episode of the Relic Radio Show.